Good lad, we're playing. Come on in, we're playing. Good, movement, get on the half turn. Good lad, well played, brilliant, I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do today, practice is based on passing principles. My main focus is going to be based on, I'm going to be the white team basically. My main focus has been around my 4, 8 and 10. My 2 centre backs, 5 and 6, there's a white line that goes across there. That's your area to start. That's where you're going to start from, so right in there, okay? My 2 wide players, outside the yellow markers, outside, yeah, outside and outside. That's your area of operation, always on the outside. You can drop down, you can come up, but always supported on the outside. So, 1, 2 and 3 against 6 players in here. Might be a little bit daunting, but what you've always got is the spare players to bounce to on the outside. Ultimately, the aim is simply get the ball into the number 9 and score. However you do it is your choice, but I'll try and coach the principles within that practice, okay? Naming the practice for you, stop the ball going into my number 9, win the ball on transition, scoring, 1, 2, 3, goal. And you'll give you the tactics in between that as to how to defend, etc. Okay? Ready? Play!
So you probably think it'd be quite challenging with 3 players playing against 6 in there. But the idea is obviously we've got the support players with the 2 centre backs deep, the 2 wide players on the outside always being a free pass, and ultimately just to try and get the ball into the number 9. It's a little bit false with the number 9 being in there on his own as well, but ultimately it's just a focal point to get the ball into, to obviously allow him to be able to finish 1v1.
Go on, step in, great, good stuff, well played. Good. Get into the 9. Good lad. 1v1, finish, 1v1, finish. Good. Ready? Play, let's go.
It's really important when our midfield 3 players are positioned and how far they are spaced apart from each other, making sure they're not on the same lines.
Yeah, go on, 1v1, finish, 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 finish. Just get used to the drill, guys, get used to the drill. Score, score, go on, score. Well played, we're playing, we're live, we're live, we're live. And hold it there, and hold it there, just stand still with the ball. So, okay, so let's start with a couple of points that we need to start thinking about.
So I'm just looking at my centre back. He's looking to step into the space, but it's the movement ahead of him and alongside him that is really, really key. So I'm just looking at movement to penetrate in behind from the top end, maybe from a midfield player or a striker. The supporting fullback, getting up higher so that one pass might take a player out of the game. The midfield player to the right-hand side of me to be able to support but not stand in position, be moving into position. And just making sure obviously there's a retained pass behind me, which is my opposite centre back. So really just working at the movement and support positions of my players.
I want to try and keep the pitch open, okay? So you're going to be my opposite midfield player. Just come inside for me.
So again, working on positioning, working on getting people on different lines, trying to get some decent space in between the midfield 3, making sure the centre back on the ball has got all supporting options. So wide player, midfield player inside in the pocket, supporting centre back deep, midfield player not standing in the position he wants to receive it, arriving in that position, so timing's really important. And also the midfield player furthest away on the screen now, being able to try and penetrate and get in behind by running.
Someone dropping down, try and be as high as possible, okay? So start thinking about our movement. Ready? Play. You play what you see. Don't be dictated by me. You play what you see. Good, ball with Andy. Play, come on, quick as you can, Reds. Can you score? Can you score, quick as you can? Narrow away, go on then. Get into the 9, good, get up the pitch, 1v1, 1v1, score. Punish, and time. Red team into Andy, white team in with me. Okay, so really I try to just let it play as much as possible and just try and let you work out the idea of, it can be a little bit false because there's a massive gap from where the defence gets up and planted into our number 9 who's unopposed.
I think it was important that I spoke to the players about how big the pitch was, which was a little bit false, but I wanted them to try and get used to being in the recognised positions by playing this way. Obviously, with the full 11v11 practice, there'd be a lot less space to operate and there'd be less gaps between the units. But again, this was a great opportunity for me to lay down the principles of play, which I spoke to about the boys, you know, the support, the movement, the penetration, creating space, which was really, really important, just to reconfirm.
So the bigger I make the pitch, the more space there is to get the final thing, which ultimately, what we're trying to do? We're trying to score. So to score, we do what? Penetrate. So think about those 4 things now. We touched on the movement. I'm now going to try and go after some support, some creating space, and ultimately the penetration to pass into my number 9, okay? Ready? Play! Good pass, Ash! Great pass! Great pass. Into the 9. Movement. Finish. We're still playing. We're playing. Play, play, play. And hold it there. And hold it there, and hold it there. If we are in that position now, if we play square passes and we get intercepted, we're going to get punished. So instead of thinking about square, I've got a free pass outside. You might want to drop down. You might want to drop down. If you drop down, where might you thinking about going there, Ash? Because we've rotated here. So obviously, you're now, if he's dropped down and you're in that pivot, you might be thinking about going beyond. Yeah, but starting narrower, maybe going in between the 2 of them and looking to go beyond. But anything square there that's cut out, they're straight at us. So think about all angled passes need to be either angled wide, angled back, or can I penetrate behind rather than playing square. Ready? Play! Play in front of them.
So the reason for me stopping the practice there is simply about playing square. I don't really want us to play square. Passing options are always available to play deeper, to play wider, or to bounce and play back. But the second we play square, we can potentially get counter-attacked and opened up.
Punch in, pass it in, movement, touch, finish. Let's play. Step in, Phil, step in, Phil. Let's play. Okay, stop, hold it there, hold it there. Just real simple, just real simple. Go back to where you was. If it's tight like that and passing lines are blocked off, you might need to do something like this. You might have a little lend pass in there, yeah? Give it back to me. You might move, yeah? I might step in. Yeah, so if it's not on and they've done really well to be compact, I might need to change the picture. So by moving the ball, might change the picture. So that's created space for you to now go and play forward, okay? But with me, you do whatever you want to do. Don't do what I say. Play. Drop out again, Phil. Can we move the ball quicker, Whites? Can we move it quicker? Good. Go support the play. Go support the play. Outside. Ball's dead. Ball's dead. He's outside. He's come in. Play. Ten seconds to score, Reds. 10 seconds. 10.
So the reason for me putting a time frame on the opposition to score is just simply so I can get the ball in the right area as to where I want to be able to start the practice to reach my intended outcomes. The longer they have it, the longer we're starved of the ball, and the more lack of opportunity we get to pass and move forward.
Okay, so for the purpose of the guys who've just joined us, we've got a practice in here. All we're trying to do is get it into Divine to score. Divine now is going to be marked by a defender, whereas before he wasn't. So it's a 1v1 battle there. When the ball goes in, 1 or 2 can go and join, only one of you. So when you punch it into him, one of you go and join in, okay? So you've already got an overload or you've got a 2v2 with their goalkeeper. Slight thing here. 2 centre-backs, one of them can step out, but you're not allowed to step in. What you can do is go up the line, okay? So you're now in the outside zone. When you roll inside, that's now a trigger for you to go up. So we can potentially get 5 players in this area by you rolling in, one of you centre-backs stepping in, okay? But you can't have 2 centre-backs stepping in and you can't have 2 wide players rolling at the same time. So what I'm looking at is the timing. if you decide to roll in, okay, as we're playing, he steps in here and gives him an option, instantly I want you to go. You've got to give us height and width as soon as you can. So, Reds, where's the front three? Front three, just come up here so you know. When we're trying to build, one of you three can press in this area here to go and win the ball. Okay, you're free to do that. Okay, so you can jump into this area here, score, do whatever you're going to do. So you're able to come in here, but only one comes in here. You're scoring into the big goal now, not the mini goals. Centre back, you're locked in that zone. Okay, one of our players will join, but 1, 2 and 3 can't chase him. So if one of your midfield players runs off here, you can't track him into that final zone. Okay, everyone, whites, you all good with the rules? Yeah, Reds, you okay with the rules? Yes, ready? Play. Free pass, good. Don't forget your movement, get on a different line, don't forget your movement, good, he's got inside. You got your free pass, find the free pass. Find the free pass, good, tell him, I like that. Tell him. Good.
So the practice looks a bit more real now. All of the players now have joined the practice. There's a lot less space to work in. So again, the trade-off from before was I had more space with less players, which was a little bit false, but it enabled me to be able to get the ball into certain areas. Now they've got to deal with the real spaces. They've got the pictures painted, but now it's all about the real spaces between the players and obviously less space to operate in to try and play through.
Divine, stay in your zone, Divine. Stay in your zone. One midfielder. 2v1.
Yeah, shot ball cross. Darren.
He's jumped, good. Good. 10 seconds to score. 10, 9, 8. Play. Stop, stand still, stand still. Okay, so at the moment, TJ's in this pocket of space here. He's in that outside lane here. What I need from you is to come in here and to get into pockets of space here.
This is just simply around smart positioning to increase passing options. So people not standing, being marked behind people, identifying where the space is and how we can exploit spaces to be able to play forward. So by the 11 rolling inside, allows the 3 to come up the line and creates the Reds a problem because he's now inside in a pocket to be able to potentially receive on a half turn and play forward.
And he comes tight, yeah? Where might you want the ball? Yeah? Take him into an area where you can go and obviously score. Ready? Play! Good feel. Free pass, good. Where's your support position? Good. Keep it moving. Balls with Andy, play, recover Whites. Recover.
So I'm now allowing the practice to run a bit more freely. As you can see, it looks a lot more like a game. The ball's naturally getting to the top end so that we've got to defend. And then you've got a natural transition now of us winning the ball, looking to play through. So you can clearly see now there's certain patterns have been painted, people are in the right positions. We're getting support around the pass and we're able to get up the pitch to create an opportunity to score.
Good, where's the forward? Good. Well played, finish Divine. Good lad, well played, brilliant, I like that. So Whites, think about the things that we spoke about, okay? One centre-back stepping in, one centre-back supporting, goalkeeper supporting, okay? Full-backs, can you get high and wide when we're looking to step in, to penetrate? Don't be on the same lines as centre-backs. Ash, be the deepest player all the time, okay? TJ, same on the opposite side. Don't be on the same lines, find pockets of space. Wide players, understanding when it is you need to roll inside, don't stand in there, be moving in there. So timing is key. Fullbacks, haven't seen it much. When they roll in, timing. Go and be advanced, go and push on. Get high for us, okay? Divine, when the ball comes into you, protect the first one or move off of your man. But think about those things. Pulling off of your marker, getting in the box, scoring. Midfield player supporting, playing, go and join in, support, can you score?